Welcome to Psychology Refresh. Today we're going to go over the 7 signs that you're an INTJ personality type. Make sure to watch each one of them so you know if every one of them applies to your personality type. INTJ, which stands for Introverted, Intuitive, Thinking, and Judging, is one of the 16 personality types identified by a personality assessment called the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, MBTI. The INTJ can be thought of as the mastermind or as an architect because he or she sees the big picture and cannot miss the complexity of the whole. Their in-depth perception of patterns and casual relationships helps many INTJs attain success in science, mathematics, medicine, and many other careers. If you are an INTJ, you probably have lived a large portion of your life feeling misunderstood or different. And you're not wrong, because INTJs in general make about 2% of the population. If you think you are an INTJ person, dive deeper into this special personality. Learn what are your traits and how to use them to increase your soft skills and achieve personal growth. Here are 7 signs that you're an INTJ personality type. Number 1. You are curious. INTJs are extremely independent and curious, even as children. Their desire is to understand why things are the way they are and to understand what the underlying truth behind every rule is. They feel no sense of loyalty to authority, nor do they accept anything someone older than them says so. Logic and reasoning are going to be important to them when it comes to decisions, rules, and statements. The person with this personality type tends to be skeptics in nature and particularly drawn to offbeat or contrary viewpoints. If the facts prove them wrong, they're even willing to change their own opinions. It might appear that they are very argumentative, while actually they are simply trying to learn. They tend to respect rules and are willing to comply with orders they consider logically based, but they require clear, rational reasons for following instructions before they can apply them to their lives. Number 2. You always have a plan. INTJs are always planning no matter the situation. Being strategic and efficient makes them strive to plan and do everything the most logical way possible. They spend a lot of time coming up with the best ways to accomplish what is important to them. They hate waste and inefficiencies. INTJ's brain is constantly looking for patterns, organizing data, making contingencies, and planning what to do for each possible outcome. They quickly discard what does not make sense. INTJs usually know they are meant for something bigger than doing it at a 9-to-5 job. They want something more from life. It matters to them to have real accomplishments. They want to use their capabilities to make a difference. Sometimes they are struggling with a stress about having the resources to achieve it or to just start acting instead of only planning. Number 3. You rarely show emotions. INTJs aren't particularly comfortable with displays of affection compared to other personality types. Showering someone with love, praise, and affection can feel unnatural to them. They can have trouble expressing feelings even to their family. However, INTJs do have emotions and we do show them, just not in the reactive or explosive way that most people seem to read as feelings. INTJs simply consider a situation logically and as a result determine their feelings. They usually think to be productive and focus on solutions instead of thinking about the feelings. Getting all upset or happy over something that hasn't been verified or is unrealistic is just a waste of time for architects. People often read that as being unemotional or uncaring, but that is not the case. It is INTJ's natural tendency to protect themselves from negativity because they are actually happy in a comfortable, busy environment. INTJs realize the best way to push things forward is to be practical. If you are enjoying our content, please give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell. We would really appreciate your feedback. Number 4. You are determined as hell. INTJ's personalities are ambitious and goal-oriented, and when they have some goal in mind, they fully dedicate themselves to mastering the necessary skills and achieve their goals. Few things can prevent them from realizing their visions of success because they are very driven and determined. Once they have a vision in their mind, they usually will work tirelessly to achieve it. Sometimes they can even forget about meals, people, sleep, and so many other things in the pursuit of your goal. Competition is often pushed back by the intensity of their desire, especially if they are highly motivated. The pressure to deliver your best work is real, whether they are in school or at the office. Half measures do not appeal to INTJs. They like competing with previous accomplishments and those of others to keep growing, improving, and reaching their goals. Number 5. You struggle with dating. A person with the architect INTJ personality type approaches romance the same way he or she approaches most challenges, determinedly and with a plan to succeed. It can be particularly challenging to find a compatible partner for these individuals. INTJs are rarely satisfied with reality as it is. In their minds, they always develop a world more perfect than reality. Other people who enter their world need to fit into this life philosophy in some way. If architects have unrealistic ideas about what a partner should be, then no one can fully fulfill them in every respect. In their romantic relationships, architects care about depth and intelligence, and they insist on honest, open communication. They feel that a relationship that isn't defined by these values isn't in the best interest of either party. Many architects learn that the world doesn't translate love like numbers in a spreadsheet. Number 6. You have only few, but really close friends. INTJs most definitely are not friends of everyone. This personality type is mainly not influenced by popularity. A lot of people don't get along with them, and they might take a long time to get used to other people. Their mindsets give them a clear understanding of what they are looking for in their social life, and they can often reject anyone who doesn't meet their expectations. In friendship, INTJs are looking for an intellectual equal as much as anything else. This personality craves mental stimulation and can become bored with anyone who can't keep up with their mental activities. It is not uncommon for architects to avoid making small talk, since they need to share bigger ideas. INTJs are not afraid to be themselves and their true selves with friends they know well and respect. In addition to sharing endless supplies of fascinating stories, ideas, and conversations with true friends, architects reward their peers with honesty and apprehension. Number 7. You are a lone wolf rather than a team player. A lone wolf position is advantageous to an architect, whereas some personality types prefer tasks that require endless teamwork and interaction. Through working alone or in small groups, they can cultivate their creativity and avoid constant interruptions from doubtful coworkers and suspicious bosses. INTJs truly believe that you ought to do everything by yourself if you really want it done right. Additionally, architects have little respect for those who get ahead based on nepotism or networking rather than abilities and hard work. Architects value resourcefulness, insight, and commitment in themselves and their coworkers. It is their position that everyone should complete their work to the highest standard possible. Architects are highly intelligent and strategic and can overcome obstacles that appear insurmountable to most. On a personal level, the INTJ who practices tolerances and puts effort into effectively communicating their insights to others has everything in his or her power to lead a rich and rewarding life. Now we have a question for you. Which trait do you see in yourself? Please share your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe and turn on notifications if you want to learn more about yourself and understand other people better. Check out our other videos. Take care.